Hello, it's Jesse here today. It's always Jesse here every day, and today I'm going to talk about the scariest word that might be out there for all the cross-dressers and transgendered and everybody else that is not strictly cis, and that word is transition. Gives us nightmares. Doesn't have to. So, when we use the term transition, it's very different from what the actual word means in some ways and how people think about it. Dictionary definition is something that goes from one state to another state over time. That's it. What does it mean when you are on the transgender spectrum or scatterplot or area? It means, in most people's minds, that when I say I'm transitioning, they think I'm going to go out and go like, yeah, I'm going to get a big set of these, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to do everything else, and it's going to be amazing. I am going to stop the M and just switch to an F. It's going to be great. It doesn't have to be that way. That's one of the things that sort of held me back from transitioning for all these years, was that I just didn't want to switch all the way over. I mean, since I've really embraced being bi gender, because I've transitioned many times in my life. I was a happy child, then I wasn't allowed to wear dresses, then I was a confused teenager, then I was a cross-dresser, then maybe cross-dressing wasn't enough, I don't know how much is woman, then I'm bi-gender, now I'm a bi-gender woman, and now I might be becoming a bi-gender trans woman. I don't know how this works. The easiest way to think about it is, he's in the passenger seat now. He's sitting over there. He's not being kicked to the side of the road. It's just she's driving now. He might take over every once in a while, help with the navigation, everything else. I don't hate the guy. Great guy. It's just that the woman, she's amazing. She is happy. She is smiley. She is confident. She is comfortable. And she's way more social than he was. It's bizarre. So, yeah, I'm more than happy to become her. She's great. It's not that he was a bad guy, just she's better. So, I don't need to go all the way. And for years, I think that's what sort of held me back. Transition. If I come out and I start dressing as a woman, do I always have to dress as a woman? The answer is no, I don't. I want to, but I don't have to. And that's fantastic. The other thing is that really sort of got me to start a transition was recognizing that I started it years ago and that I'm in control of it. It's my transition. It's your transition. There is no right way to do your transition. There's some wrong ways, but there's no right way to do your transition. You can do whatever you want. I started off with underwear, underdressing, bras, underdressing, women's pants, right? Getting my ears pierced, all that stuff was step, more and more towards transitioning. And now I am living the full-time life. And I'm loving this. So that's where my transition started. What else have I done? I got a home IPL Intense Pulse light kit to remove hair from my chest. It started in September. It's actually been quite effective. I've started on my face because I had a beard for 15 years. I've had my time with a beard. I don't need it again, and I hate shaving. It is just terrible. And I want to be able to go outside without makeup. Well, go outside as a woman without makeup. That'll be really nice. Yeah, so I've already started the physical changes. I mean, I also started working out more, losing weight, eating better. It's great. Practicing smiling. I'm also going to start voice work so that I can sound a bit more feminine when I talk. And then the big question, the big E, hormones. Am I going to start estrogen? Yeah, almost definitely. Going to be honest here. Now, one of the reasons that I'm much more comfortable with this than I was previously was A, she's come out, I really like her, and I'm totally fine with being her. I want her to be the best looking woman she can be. The other reason is because after I started researching hormones, they're not nearly as scary as I thought. So if you are male to female, they start you on something that blocks out your testosterone. You can be on this for a few months. You could just stay on it forever. It'll have some of the effects, and it's going to change some of the stuff that it's working. Some people report that they feel a lot better psychologically, and your body starts to get a little bit more in line. I can stop it if I want. If I start dropping the testosterone in my body and I go, I don't think this is for me, I can stop. Once I start estrogen, right, then stuff really gets exciting in certain other areas. I can stop. If I get a month in and I'm like, you know what, I don't think this is for me, I can stop and not much is likely happen by then. Sweet. Of course, the further and further I get in, the harder and harder is going to be to reverse things. The only thing that we know is definitely permanent is the breast growth. Whatever grows on my chest is going to be there forever. The other area that's a little less known is what the impact is on the genitals and what the recovery for them is going to be. So I'm okay with those risks. I've always wanted breasts anyway, so even though I go back to being a guy. And then I was also doing research, and it looks like I'm likely going to end up with an A cup, maybe a B if I'm really lucky. And if I get a B cup, I'm going to be quite happy with that, because I can go. They have some amazing push-up bras and push-up bikinis nowadays. I can get those girls up there looking fantastic. And then if I ever need to let him dry for a while, put on a good sports bra, suck him back in, put on my suit. Great. Don't put on my makeup. I can look just like a dude. I can be a guy again. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, don't be afraid of the word transition. It doesn't mean you have to do everything. You can do as little or as much as you want. I started years ago with I was shaving my legs. And then my ears get pierced, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and building. Today, on my way home from work, I stopped by the driver's license issuer, and I went, I want to change it from an M to an X. And they went, all right, here you go, sign this, take a new picture. You'll get your license in about 10 days. New license, new picture. It'll have X instead of M. Sweet. Done. If I want to change my name so it's legally Jesse, my middle name is actually Jesse, just a different spelling. I just go online, I fill out a form, get it signed by a notary, and then I send it in. And they will change my name on my birth certificate and everything else, and then I can get everything else updated. If I want to change it from an M to an F on my birth certificate and everything else, just fill out the bottom half of that form. And they will change it for me. The worst part's going to be the passport, because then you can't update the passport. Mine's still good for several more years, and they're not cheap, but that's the way it goes. And that's a few years down the road. So I get to decide when I change it from an M to anything else. I've already started that. I get to decide if I'm going to be changing my name. I get to decide when people start calling me she and her. Few people have, and I'm going to be honest, it feels pretty good. I get to decide all these things, so I'm not afraid of transitioning anymore. I'm looking forward to transitioning. Because I really like her. She's great. Not going to miss him because he's still going to be there with me. So, that's all I have to say about transitioning today. This is the call to action part. So, over here, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Previous video. Down in the links, you're going to find my Twitter, a link to my Twitter. You're going to find a link to my blog that I've had going since 2013, directly to the post I did that inspired this video. So I might start doing a few more of these videos, just because, especially with the content that I've already written, because it's already there. Some of it's very good. Some of it's not as good. Yeah. So that's transitioning. For me. Jesse. And that's Jesse signing off for the day. Thank you for watching.